So here's my face immediately after my first Sculpt treatment. I'm going to come back in a few months' time and we are going to assess really properly what has gone on, what the changes are, what we can see in the way of improvement. 3 months ago, I came up here to Liverpool to Smileworks to have Sculptra done with Dr. MJ Roland Warman. And now I've had 2 rounds of treatment, it's had time to settle in. I've come back to see MJ and have a really close look at exactly what it has done for my skin. I'm going in for after photographs and then she and I will examine them and show you. So MJ, we're going to look at my results. We've got the before and after pictures on here. So remind me what we did and over what time.
So you've had 2 sessions of Sculptra, around 6 weeks apart.
Yeah.
And the last of those 2 sessions was around 2 months ago.
Sure. So now we've got the full result coming through. And what are we seeing? Because it's quite subtle, but there are definite improvements, aren't there?
Results can be split into 2 categories.
Sure.
What the patient feels,
okay,
and what we see on pictures.
Yes.
And Sculptra is very much a game of those 2 halves.
Okay.
Sculptra is very much about how the patient feels about the way that their skin looks subjectively as well as objectively.
Yeah.
So how have you felt your skin improvement? Has it been thicker, plumper? What does it feel like?
Because we were chatting before and I was saying how very difficult I find it to notice changes in my skin, you know, because, you know, you're looking at it every day, any changes are creeping up with time. But I feel it's good. I feel it feels strong and resilient and it's behaving itself really well, which is nice. And when we met last time, you pointed out to me that one thing which I hadn't even noticed beforehand, these accordion lines, or the whiskers as you call them, those were already softer. They're not something we do a specific photo of, but they're sort of bungier.
I think that's one of the things that patients notice is the plumpness and the firmness to the skin that is not maybe as readily noticeable on pictures, but where you feel better.
Sure.
When you touch your skin, when you pull it, it feels meatier, firmer, and more resilient, and people will tell you you look good, and that's really the results that we are aiming for. We're aiming for a subtle and natural improvement in the way that you look elegantly and the way that you feel. And I think with you specifically, because you are engaged in so many other different treatments that all contribute, and it's always very important to realize that Sculptra is one of a number of different treatments that modify that aging process and do so very well. And I always say it's like cooking a recipe. You don't just cook with one ingredient.
Very true. Though I have to say, I haven't done any other treatments while I've been doing this, so I haven't had any sort of lasers or other energy treatments that might affect things like, because pore size is something you notice among a lot of your patients, isn't it? You see that kind of consistency of the skin improving.
The radiance, the glow, the pore size, and that is really because of the science behind Sculptra. Sculptra upregulates a number of regenerative pathways. So we see this vast increase in collagen in the skin, a 66.5% increase in collagen in the skin, which is a huge amount. And that is, it's fantastic considering it's an injectable. And I dare say that there are very few, if any, other injectables that achieve that amount of increase in type 1, so good collagen, long-lasting collagen. And the effects of Sculptra last 2 years plus.
Sure.
So we get a thicker skin as a result of that. We also get an upregulation in elastin, and elastin ensures the springiness of the skin.
You've got to have that to go along with the strength. One's no
so it's
good
not
without
just
the
thickness,
other.
but it's also springiness and strength, youthfulness. So it upregulates tropoelastin, which is a building block for elastin. So we get more springy, more youthful skin. It improves pigmentation.
Okay.
So Sculptra globally improves the pigmentation of your skin, making your skin texture and color more even, and that gives you overall that radiant, that flawless, glowy look that we see.
Because that was one
and that
thing
you
we thought we
feel.
saw on this, and I was thinking how on earth, particularly given that that was taken after a UK winter. I have just been abroad for a week, but I have been wearing, obviously, buckets of sunscreen.
Of course you have. On these pictures that we're looking at here, where you're doing what I call the pinch test, how far can you pull the skin before and after treatment? And bearing in mind, you've had a very mild course of treatment.
Yeah.
You've had 2 sessions, which is subtle and natural and an improvement that is really designed for the health of the skin rather than making a dramatic, noticeable difference on photos. And indeed here we can see that on the pre-op photo, you are pinching or pulling more skin than we are on the after photo. And what you will perceive yourself is that you have a reduction in the amount of pull and that meatiness, that thickness that comes with a more youthful skin.
Among the patients who come to you here, what's the biggest 2 changes that they usually report?
So patients report changes in the firmness of the skin, so pinching, the smoothness, and the smoothness in 2 ways really. It's how smooth does it look and feel to myself, but also other people are noticing that my skin looks glowy.
Yeah.
And that is a testament to the beauty and the subtleness of Sculptra, really. It's having something that people notice in a good way. Going back to what happens when we age, we get the 3 Ds of aging: descent, degradation, deflation.
Despair.
Doom. And they manifest in everyone when they're aging. And Sculptra can tackle all 3 of those. We can tackle the degradation of the skin, so we get an improvement, collagen, elastin, youthfulness of the skin, glowiness of the skin, structure of the skin improves. We get an improvement in descent, so with treatments, with increasing treatments, not so much with you because you didn't have so much laxity. We get an improvement especially in the line of the jaw and in the area of the marionette lines, and just an overall tightness of the skin. But also, we are able to achieve an improvement in deflation, so an improvement in the loss of facial fat pads that we see in aging. So we have a gentle, and I wouldn't call it a re-inflation or a re-volumization, it's just a gentle tweaking of the facial contours. And on this picture here, these 2 pictures, the front on, where you can see you're at rest, there's quite a dramatic difference.
There is. It looks like I've lost weight or something, which I haven't.
Yeah. When we age, we go from a V to an H and finally to an A.
Yes.
And we want to readjust those facial contours very naturally, very subtly, so that we tend more towards the V shape of youth rather than the H or an A of aging.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you were an H when you started, but certainly the lower facial contours seem more
wider at the bottom.
Wider. Yeah. Whereas in this new picture taken today, where your head is in exactly the same position, we can see that there seems to be a narrowing of the lower face and a rebalancing of those features. And it's all very subtle, yet quite dramatic and quite impactful, really.
Yeah, one of the things you talked about was the threatening jowl, how this bit starts to threaten to descend.
It does.
And on this picture, we can see there's been a softening, a bit of a retraction, hasn't there?
So with Sculptra, we generally place to the lateral parts of the face, which gives the sides of the face, so that we get an indirect tightening and smoothing of the jawline. And that tightening, I wouldn't say it gives a lift because lift implies a repositioning, but it allows a tightening of the lateral and all the way to the medial aspect of the face, so towards the nasolabial fold and towards the marionette line. And on your pictures, we can actually see your jawline appears a little sharper around here. We have more of demarcation between the lower face and the neck area, which is nice. We also have an improvement here of the marionette area, which is
this little bit. It's gone kind of. It's there's
smoother.
less of a sag around it, shall we say?
Smoother. We have an improvement of the contour of the cheek here. So when you look at the difference in light reflection between the cheek in your pre-operative picture and your post-operative picture,
It's higher, isn't
there
it?
is the cheek is seated higher. It has a better projection. It just catches the light in a much more favorable, more feminine way. So all of that is achieved by placing Sculptra to the lateral parts of the face and allowing this backwards and upwards essentially hold on those tissues that has an effect further towards the middle part of the face without actually treating there, because we do not treat Sculptra around the marionette line or the central parts of the face because that's not recommended. But it has this indirect effect on all of these areas, which is striking.
Yeah, what's really interesting, on the before, you see that much sharper delineation of there's a hollow in the cheek there, isn't it, as the tissues start to come down.
That's not
There's
there on
less,
the after pictures, and you can see from the lateral part of the cheek and the high cheekbone here, we can see a smoothening of that cheek hollow. This is the picture that we take because nobody looks good at this angle. And if we can improve...
I look thoughtful.
You look thoughtful. You look deep in thought, like you're thinking about how wonderful your face looks. But I think in this three-quarter view looking down, we can really see the improvement of the cheek hollow and the lower facial contours. And if anything, the corner of the mouth in the before looks like it's quite downturned and quite lax.
Just holding up that bit better, isn't it?
It has a little more structure to the lower part of the face, to the jawline, and it looks denser. And the two lines that were here at the lateral part of the face, sort of anterior to your masseter muscle, have significantly reduced. I'm happy about that. There's an improvement in the texture of the skin, and the pores just seem smoother and less.
Okay, I can really see that, because that it looks quite flat on the before, doesn't it?
Yeah. And we have this shine, this glowiness to the after pictures.
Yes.
Looking at the jawline, we have this crepiness to the lateral part of the jawline with these vertical lines on the right-hand side.
This side, and it looks kind of hanging around there, doesn't it?
It looks loose.
It looks
like
loose.
it lacks a little bit of substance.
And then there's
and then we have a threatening jowl slightly further forwards, which also looks a little like it's lost its contents. And we have this quite jagged outline to the lower part of the jawline contour.
I look at it with compassion, my threatening jowl, because it's me.
It is you. And you can see the improvement in the skin texture to the lateral parts of the jawline. You can see an improvement in the cheek contour, an improvement in that cheek hollow, an improvement in the jawline, a reduction in that jagged edge, and a reduction in what we perceive as that loss of substance to the skin. So photographically, we can even see that plumpness return to the skin, especially in the lower aspect of the face, which is, that's a joy. This is part of the reason why we take these looking down where nobody looks good, because choosing these challenging angles and making a small amount of difference with this very powerful product means that when we are in dynamic movement, when we are in smiling, the results are just so much greater. Choosing these quite challenging contours and just improving them even by a percentage will mean the overall improvement on the rest of the face and the rest of the area is just so much more, so much more impactful.
So with the results I'm seeing, how long are these going to last me for? How do I manage this going forward?
Very good question, and one that every patient does and should ask. Sculptra lasts an amazing 2 years plus.
That's good.
So the collagen stimulation that we see from a course of treatment of Sculptra will last 24 months or more. However, we will still age in the interim time.
Sure.
And to manage that aging process, I recommend to my patients a maintenance visit at around the year mark,
Okay.
where a smaller amount of Sculptra, say a vial, maybe 2 vials, depending on that patient's personal aging journey and aging profile, their expectations and their desires, is added on an annual basis, so that we can keep those results topped up, so that we never get back to point zero. And what we see generally in patients who have been undergoing Sculptra treatment for a number of years is we take pictures on day 1, and we take pictures like with you after a course, and then we take pictures a year, 2, 3, 5 years on, and they're looking better with time. It's Benjamin Button in a bottle.
Well, thank you so much, MJ, because it's been really fascinating to get to revisit what Sculptra can do for me after 20 years since I tried it before, and to find, it's still giving me results after all this time. That's nice, isn't it?
It's been ever such a pleasure treating you, and you've had some fantastic results. And indeed, Sculptra has been a product that's been around for 25 years, and I'll see you for your review and maintenance next year.